So I want to take you behind the scenes of how I quantum leaped from $2,000 a month to $40,000 in 6 weeks. Not in theory, not in visualization, but in real life. I want to walk you through what it actually took to go from anxious, stuck, and invisible to creating my first $40,000 and stepping into a completely new identity all within 6 weeks at the end of 2022. So if you're someone who's been trying to manifest a breakthrough, but nothing is really shifting, this is for you. So for years, I was doing all the things. I was doing the mindset work, the subconscious reprogramming, the journaling, the acting as if, the law of assumption. I knew it all. I was studying it all. I was applying it, obsessing over it, but nothing was really sticking. Nothing was really working. It felt like I was putting in so much energy and discipline and mental discipline to get so little in return. I actually started to wonder, is something wrong with me? Am I just broken? Why is this working for everyone else seemingly, but not for me? And then I had a huge realization. It wasn't working for me, not because something was uniquely wrong with me, but because I wasn't an energetic match at a deep enough level for those things to work for me. You see, there are layers to energy, and if your blocks live deeper than just your mind or even your subconscious mind, then mindset won't work. Mindset can't touch them. Mindset can only work at the level of your mind and sometimes your subconscious mind. But if your trauma, your scarcity, your unworthiness, fear, if those energies live in your body, an energetic field at a higher level of consciousness than your mind, then affirmations won't touch them. It'll always feel like you're running up a hill of sand only to be back down at the bottom of the hill. This is exactly what it felt like for me for 10 plus years. And this was the moment that I actually broke open to the deeper truth. I hit a wall. So I remember getting my 20th something rejection letter from a talent management company at the time. And I remember pacing in my garage. There was tears in my eyes. I was sweaty. I was angry. I was confused, in complete frustration and self-doubt. So I dropped to the floor. I leaned up against the wheel of my car and I just let the tears flow. I let it all out. I totally just let go. I totally surrendered. And in that moment, something changed. It was like the moment I finally fully surrendered, not in despair, in just truth. I opened up a channel to higher levels of consciousness within my body. And then suddenly it just hit me like a lightning bolt. You are the creator of your reality. And it wasn't just a thought, those things that you hear on Instagram and TikTok and even YouTube, right? And I'm definitely guilty of that too. But it wasn't just a thought. It was a frequency download. It was a full body knowing. And that's when everything started to change in my life. I became obsessed with energy, obsessed with understanding how it really works, obsessed with the mechanics of frequency and how our higher self is actually guiding us if we know how to tune into it. And over the next few months, it was like I was being initiated, downloads, aha moments, frequency shifts out of nowhere. I wasn't just learning energy. I was transforming in the flow of the energy. And that's when the power came online. I was no longer trying to change my mindset. I was focused on shifting my entire frequency field. I understood you attract what you are an energetic match to, and your thoughts are just a part of the picture. But you must release the deeper energies keeping you stuck in those bigger loops. And you cannot manifest your way out of something that you are not energetically aligned to. So then I began this big process of releasing the deep energy, the deep lineage patterns, the unprocessed traumas. Some of them weren't even in my lifetime. The scarcity and self-betrayal betrayal energies. They weren't just mindset shifts. They were energetic purges. And as I cleared those frequencies, my entire field began to recalibrate. Suddenly, I was no longer depressed and anxious. I was actually motivated, inspired, clear, excited about life, and powerful. And I didn't even have a reason to be excited, but I just was. And here's the thing, I wasn't just sitting around, okay? I was taking action. I was clearing my creative channels. I felt this deep screw it power rise through me, a boldness, a surrender to the unknown that actually felt exhilarating. I started showing up in ways that were scary, definitely to the old version of me, but it felt electric. And that is when the miracles kicked into my reality. Out of nowhere, my visibility skyrocketed. I grew to over 100,000 followers on Instagram in less than 2 months. I booked in random acting roles I didn't even audition for. Me and my husband received unexpected sums of money from seemingly out of nowhere. Yes, those really exist. My life started to feel magical. Like everything was just aligning. Like life wasn't just happening to me. For the first time, it was happening for me and through me. And then something even crazier and more random happened. People started coming to me for coaching. I hadn't planned on being a coach. I wasn't trying to be a coach, but people came to me, and then I just started naturally sharing what I had been applying in my own life, and their lives began changing too very quickly. People who told me that nothing had ever worked for them before were suddenly experiencing massive energetic shifts, deep clarity, wild manifestations, and that's when I realized, oh my God, okay, I have something here. This work, it wasn't just healing me, it was actually awakening something in others. And that's when it became something much bigger than me. That's when I knew I had to share this knowledge because it wasn't just knowledge, it was deep, universal truth shared by everyone. So I did something kind of crazy in October, at the end of October of 2022. I invested 80% of my savings into a program. It was very irrational. It was terrifying. It didn't make any logical sense, but it was also exactly what needed to happen. Why? Because in that moment, I said yes to myself. I said, there is no going back. I am all in. This is now or never. And when you say that with your energy, the universe responds. The universe moves to match you because after all, the universe is just a mirror of you. And that one daring, bold, crazy move shifted me onto a new timeline. I stopped being the version of me who was always waiting, and I became the version of me who was actively creating. I wasn't looking for proof. I was walking in my power before the evidence actually showed up. And for the first time in my life, and from that frequency, within 6 weeks, I made $40,000. Despite the past 10 years only being able to make $2,000 a month, I had thought that my life was over. No, it was just getting started. Not from a perfect funnel or a viral moment, but from embodiment first, from aligned action, from an energy field that said, I am the one who creates miracles now. And this is what I want to teach you. Not how to think more positively. You can do that yourself. But how to shift your core frequency, how to work with your energy field, how to release the unconscious blocks you didn't even know that you were running, how to collapse timelines by becoming the version of you who doesn't need permission anymore. This is why I created my new $20 program, Quantum October, because the truth is you do not need more information. You need to remember who the F you are and who the F you came here to be. And once you do, the universe will lay out the red carpet. I know this because I walked this, and now it is your turn. So you can click the link below to get started on your own quantum leap. 20 days of coaching, 4 brand new frequency clearings. We're releasing the fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of the unknown. Some of these are the biggest blocks that I actually had to move through in order to get to the energetic alignment of finding the quantum leap. But this is the time you make it happen because you decided that it is the time. So don't give yourself another year. I am telling you, it doesn't work like that. Give yourself a month. Give yourself 2 weeks. weeks. Because a month of full energetic commitment is more powerful than just 10 years of trying. So I will see you inside. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced this kind of quantum leap in your own life. It's going to also inspire others, right? To see other people going, oh my gosh, yes, this similar thing has happened to me when I finally just got fed up and I'm like, I am on go mode. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, I will see you. And I'll see you inside of Quantum October.